Hey, it's Griffin and Sarah, and we're at the Springs Motel.
In New Ashford, Massachusetts.
Is that where we are?
I'm Batman.
I like that she reused the tile so that it would have that retro feel.
Oh, in the bathroom?
In the bathroom.
Yep. That
The
was cool.
water tasted terrific.
Yeah, so the water was really good, hence the name, the Springs.
And the shower felt great.
Oh, you got hot water immediately.
I wasn't all dried out after my shower.
Right, like at home, yeah.
I have beautiful hair. However, there was no, there was one little wee bar of soap.
Yep.
There's no conditioner or shampoo. I'm glad I brought my own.
Oh, yeah. Not that I have to worry about it too much, but... Okay, so we came to the Springs Motel.
I've seen on HGTV.
Yeah, it was on the... actually, it wasn't HGTV, was it?
Well, originally, I think. Well, it was on Magnolia Network.
Magnolia Network.
Anyway.
No, we came to the Springs Motel, do a little snooping around, and, well, it wasn't exactly what we thought it would be. So, we're going to show you around.
Make your own judgment.
You can judge for yourself. So, the coolest feature here at the Springs is this kidney-shaped pool. It is not heated, so make sure, you know, that you're okay with that before you jump in. It's kind of getting cool right now, and I'm not sure if I'm going to jump in yet. Okay, so we're going to do a review on the Springs Motel in Ashford, Massachusetts. Almost said Vermont.
New Ashford.
New Ashford, I'm sorry. Which is south of Williamstown and north of Lanesboro in Massachusetts. Anyways, it was seen on Magnolia Network, maybe HGTV, I'm not sure. And it's from a show called In the Works. In is spelled I-N-N as in an N. And Lindsey, somebody who owns it. Anyways, this is their project out here. She's from the Berkshires. And we stayed 2 nights. And, well, it was a little, I was thrown off a little bit when we showed up. The place sort of looked like it was in disarray on the outside. They have this big open green space here where the cars used to park right up against the motel, as you can see from the thing up here, that this used to be a Hojo's at one time. I think it was also an Econo Lodge, but the grass is a little beat up, and you know, the space, it'd be better if you could just park your car right up there, because I can't imagine what will happen during the wintertime. You got to park over here, and then you got to trudge across all this area. That would not be shoveled, I imagine. But, you know, we're dealing with a basic Hojo's here, so I think they should sort of return it to that that flavor. All right, we're looking down here. There's about 20 rooms and some cabins in the back. The green space that they had created was partially green. It was a little on the brown side. And it just seemed like there was way too much stuff going on in that lawn space. But
and everything needed a solid paint job.
Oh, geez, yes.
And other things.
Including our door, which when they painted it, they just sort of painted around the 17th. So you can see that the door was originally red, and now it's green. Now in the room, it looks pretty good. The mold factor was an issue, especially the first night. We were told by the guy at the desk not to open the back door because they were having issues with it, and the little deck in the back, they charged us less so that we, you know, because we couldn't use the deck. But on the second night, I had to open the door to air the place out. We had a little trouble sleeping the first night because it was just kind of overwhelming. And once I opened that door and opened all the doors and the windows and aired the place out, put the fan on, by the time it was time to go to bed, things were a little bit better. But we stayed 2 nights. Most of the people stayed 1 night that we noticed, and they're all young couples, probably in their 20s and 30s. There's a lot of weddings and stuff going on this weekend. So they were coming to stay, and there it was. The pool was neat.
Cold.
It was
but
very cold. It's not a heated pool, and it was cold a couple of nights before, so it sort of took on the air temperature, and I couldn't get in it. I stepped in it, and that was about it. A bit like Lake Michigan.
I get into my knees.
She got into her knees, yes. That was
But the pool needed some attention too, inside and out and around.
Yes. And the overall needs a paint job for the whole place. The lobby was neat looking.
And there was promise of a bar
yeah.
that's not there yet,
Right.
even though it was on the website, which
Yes.
is kind of a bummer.
So if it says the bar is open on the website, it is
It's
not
not.
open. All right. And it's a neat looking lobby.
It's a great lobby.
Fortunately, it's got a sort of a musty odor. The guy was basically fanning it out when we got there, and the minute you close everything up, of course, it comes right back. Of course, it's an old building. I mean, the thing was probably built in like late 50s.
It started as a Howard Johnson's.
Yes, it was Howard Johnson's.
Then it was an Econo Lodge.
And the back part, if you walk up into the back, you can see the Econo Lodge second
The second
part.
layer, yeah.
Well, you know, it's Howard Johnson's. It got the steeple with the
The telltale triangular, whatever that is.
yeah, whatever it is. It's
The
right in the
elongated pyramid.
middle. But I don't know. I mean, if it was brought back to sort of its original state where you could park right next to the room, that would be a lot more convenient. Walking across the green space to get to your room would be a problem in the wintertime, I imagine.
Which there's a lot more tourism here in the wintertime.
Right, we're
With
thinking.
the ski areas.
Yeah,
So,
you got Jiminy Peak, but
Bosque.
they all have their own little
Resorts
hotels,
and
resort
stuff, yeah.
things now. So these small hotels
Motels.
or motels are no longer really that important because most people don't even leave the ski area when they stay. But overall, the idea is pretty neat. It's a cool looking building.
Yeah. The other rooms that I peeked into are styled really nicely, really swank.
Yep.
But, it's lovely to be swank, but if you are so musty that you can't breathe, then it's hard to enjoy the swank.
Right. So it's not really a destination, I wouldn't say. It's more like what it's supposed to be, a motor lodge, so that you can go do whatever it is that you're in the area to do. Unfortunately, the only things to do are really skiing and weddings.
Well, and hiking.
And hiking. There's hiking too.
Yeah.
But, people were staying one night. They had something to do. They stayed at the motor lodge, and then they went off. But that's basically it. I would probably, I wouldn't go there again unless I needed to come here for some reason, and I'd probably only stay one night. And I'd make sure I aired the place out, even though the door didn't work that well in the back.
Well, and also they had fire pits. Bring your own wood.
Yep, yeah.
Although there was lots to forage up and behind.
There was.
Tons of downed wood, so you can start with that and get us stuff of the,
But this Lindsey is always talking about the experience on the TV show, and the experience wasn't really there. The guy did bring us out what wood he did have to help start things.
And there's a little selfie spot. You'll see it in the film.
Yeah,
But, unfortunately, the planters are growing
Right.
weeds. Not good weed, but just weeds.
And planter boxes with the little olive trees in it and stuff are in need of some repair.
They're all falling apart, and they're not painted with anything that could stand up to the elements of, this area, the Berkshires. We get 4 seasons here.
The feeling I got was that it was sort of a quick paint job on everything for the television show, so it looked slick.
Because it did.
It didn't.
I saw the show.
And but when you see it for real, you can hide a lot with photography, and it doesn't look like it's really thought about since then. Because even up front where they have this caravan or this trailer, it was supposed to be a mini bar, and it's in really bad repair. It's blown out in the back. There's just a bunch of crap thrown in the side of it. So it just looks like some dumpy trailer sitting next to some picnic tables and
and she enclosed the area where you normally drive in.
Right.
With picnic tables and community space, which is a great idea, but then it it destroys the flow of what a motor lodge truly is.
Yes.
And so I think there was a way to embrace the motor lodge and then also do the retro coolness of it and come up with a better product. But
Yeah, but the overall thing about it looks good on TV. It looked different when I saw it for real, and I'm starting to wonder about Joanna and Chip Gaines and whatever they're doing,
other renovators.
and all the other renovators out there. What you're seeing on television looks great, and but what's behind the scenes is almost like a movie set. Where you walk behind the wall and it's just propped up. So. But there was also some cabins up in the back that looked pretty nice. But
if you have a big family and you wanted to bring them all.
I know that Lindsey lives on site apparently.
Yeah, we didn't see her.
No, we didn't see her, but occasionally you do, I suppose. But just keep in mind, what you see on TV is not exactly what you're gonna get. So I'm not saying don't go there. It was
Check it out
check it out
for your own self.
We had a good time, and. But it looked different than it did in the website and on television.
But still a fun stay.
Right. Don't pass it up. Maybe it'll get better.
Yep. Just air out your room and bring your Allegra.
Bring your Allegra with you.